Coming from the challenging inner city community of Maxfield Avenue in Kingston, Dr. Howard Anthony Harvey, at 16 years old, with 7 brothers, 2 sisters, and a mother with no stable income, found himself with limited options to make ends meet. He took to the streets of Kingston, wiping car windscreens to eke out a living, facing savage competition from fellow hustlers. But God was not done writing his story. How does one go from abject poverty to completing his doctoral program in educational leadership from Temple University in the USA? Today I sit with my friend Howie as he shares his story on the Set the Stage platform and provides us with tools to set the stage for the next level of success in our lives. So Howie, tell me, because everything in life is about how you start and where you start. This is the start, right?
Yeah.
So you said this is where you grew up.
So this lot right here, is where my parents were, a family house.
Yeah.
Was, but through the construction,
yeah,
it hit down. So basically the houses are like this zinc fence, board house. And as you look and go into the community, you have the same kind of setting. No running water. We'd have a major, like at the center of the community, have a pipe where everybody come and catch water and do all kind of domestic activities, you understand?
Yeah. So things are rough?
Yeah, I tell you, really, really bad. It's all over the areas, you use the community for all kind of things, climb tree, forget mango and thing, and sometimes a sneaking thing, people are not letting them yard. So if you need the food, you strategically work it out and you move in and collect your things, without permission.
So we know that life is less about where you start, but where you're heading and where you're going and how you finish. How does a young person, male or female, born and raised in abject poverty like this, turn out the way you have, from nothing to something, from this to having a doctorate? I mean, how does that happen?
Personally, I think it have a instinct that you either acquire through birth or the environment may have a great deal of contribution to do with it, because after you see how you live for all the years under this poverty, as you say, and limit, and you see and hear about people that live certain kind of lifestyle, you kind of have a internal thing that push you or drive you to want to achieve them kind of things. And because of that, I think those are some of the factors where I use to kind of drive me to want to get involved and learn and get into education and look for the way that can give me the key to really to come out of the situation that I'm in. Plus, I think as the eldest of the family, I think it was my responsibility, without even knowing it, that I'm supposed to set a tone or lead the way with some kind of structure in the future, in career or in any kind of growth.
Somebody have to break the poverty, the cycle of poverty, in the family. Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
And so out here, so now used to be like basically recreation, entertainment. I really can't afford to do the regular like how people afford. So we play ball, that's a barefoot. Everything, yes, sir, right, yes, sir. And you fight, yes, sir, you do everything, and play marble, and everything is like a competition. That's the thing with this area. It's like you're constantly competing. You're competing for status, you're competing for position. So marble was a like a game of entertainment, but it became a game that gives you power. Who win the most?
Wow.
You're the Don, or you're the
psychology.
So basically that's what it do.
Psychology behind power.
Yeah.
How you feel coming down here right now, with all that you've accomplished, to see where you started? How do you feel?
I think, as I said to somebody, I wouldn't change nothing that happened, because everything was ordained in this way to happen, this way to lead me into the path. And then I think the whole upbringing kind of gave me a whole heap of teaching. I think I'm stronger because of this. I'm more resilient because of this. I don't react to a lot of things. I understand all levels of life and the condition, and I can
you've been at the lowest.
Right, yeah. So it kind of helped to give me that kind of inner position to deal with a lot of situation when I'm confronted with them,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Where you start is not where you finish. Amazing.
Yes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Set the Stage. I am SallyAnn Gray, and today our guest is Dr. Howard Anthony Harvey. This is a man whom I have great respect for. He moved all the way from wiping windshields in Kingston, Jamaica, to earning his doctoral degree from Temple University in the United States. His story is one that shows it's not about where you start or how you start, it's all about where you're going. To the world, he may be Dr. Harvey, but to me, he is simply Howie, my dear friend, Howard Harvey. Howie, how you doing?
Kat. How you doing? I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming out. Yeah, man.
Yes.
I appreciate it, Harvey. And you know what? Your story is a real story.
Yes.
It's a real story. And there are real people out there who need to hear your real story. And we have to go back to the beginning.
Yes.
We have to go back to the beginning about where you came from, a place called Frog City,
yes,
in Maxfield Park. How you came to be homeless and wiping windshields. And we're going to talk about your journey all the way to earning your doctoral degree.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us about the beginning, Howie.
Well, personally, the beginning was really, really rough.
Yes.
And all the other siblings, I don't know how they saw it, but for me, it was really rough. We were in a 1.5 bedroom.
How many persons you say in the house?
7 brothers, 2 sisters, that's 9, and the 2 parents.
Make how much?
11.
In a how much bedroom?
1.5 bedroom, like a 10 by 10, and they have a half of that. And that the half is the parents. They stay in that half, just one bedroll in that room, and then the other room now have another double bed, and little 1 and 2 little furniture, and then that's where we all have to reside.
Have to make it work.
Have to make it work, yeah.
So Howie, talk to us, because you're born into this space.
Yes.
You come and you see the condition.
Yes.
And something inside you says, I have to go out and make it. Talk to me about that.
Yes, like since I was the eldest one there, I have to take a lot of responsibility, whether I like it or not. So they give me some and some I acquire. And as the eldest son, and you know, in them days, man, and you have to lead and stuff, I assume a lot of responsibility. Take care of the children when, and I'm saying children in this context because I was acting parent when they out hustling.
When your parents are out.
Hustling. And their hustling is like odd jobs, domestic work, any hustling them can get. And then it's my responsibility to prepare them, send them off to school. And in many cases, I am left behind because I have to be the one to make sure that they go to school as a younger one.
Right.
And so the whole responsibility of bigger brother doing these kind of activities, both domestic and otherwise, it's like one day I get a hit and I said, no, I don't think I should be in this position. And then when I look and see that the parents really struggling financially, it struck me. I remember one time I went to my mother and told her that I wanted a toy. And she turned to me and said, if I give you this toy for the rest of the month, none of we not gonna have no food. I said, what do you mean? She said, this is what this is what I have, and the toy is X amount of money, and this is going to keep us for this period of time. And if I buy this toy, we're not going to be able to eat.
Hit you hard.
That really knocked me, Sally. Today I remember it distinctively clear, and she tell me, and I'm saying to myself, how comes? And onward is like that keep coming up, and something keep pushing me, and then I start getting very. I think I get confused because I was saying, how somebody get up in a situation like this, and you know, it's like it's not working, and we're trying school, we don't have the resource, no books, one shoe, Sally, 7 brothers, one shoes.
One shoes is sure for all of you.
Yeah, one black shoes, and I remember distinctively. You see, if you have a function, Sally, to go, and somebody gone with the shoes, you either don't go to the function or you go barefoot.
Jeez.
And if you go barefoot, you're going to laugh at and all these kind of things. So many of us miss many activities and functions. So it's the person who get the shoes first, go.
So you come and you see this condition.
Yes.
And you say, no man, I have to do something.
Yes.
So talk to us about what that something was.
All right, so I was really thinking. I remember one time, distinctively, it was like really burdensome. it's like a crying inside for a change. And I think one of the time I remember when I had to use the shoes was very significant to me. It was bigger than me, and I was, because my foot was the smallest. I had to pad it and then put an extra insole so it don't look so floppy.
Because one shoe is for everybody,
yes,
different size.
Yeah.
So whether your foot small or whether your foot big, whether it's a go squeeze you or whether it's too big and you have to pad it.
I saw it go.
I just saw it go.
I ain't have no complaint because the old man will tell you, say, this is what you have and this is what you got. You either take it or leave it. And so today, Sally, you can, if you see my closet,
shoes.
I have shoes it's sickening when somebody say, oh, you wear so much shoes, I have 1 foot. But it's the psychology of not having, and so it's like a compensation.
Yes.
And so personally, I said, no, I have to find a way to really contribute more. So I figure more or less, if I become one of the child that less burdensome on them financially, it would be helping.
Yes.
And also I can also help contribute.
Right.
So I look out now and I say, people, I have to find a way.
Yes.
For survival for me and to contribute to the family,
yes.
I had to pull out.
Yes.
And pulling out don't mean stop going to school. I was trying to balance school and hustling. And hustling was like begging. You go out and you just try and find ways to beg and any little thing you can do. But mainly the street carry this thing where at the time we never have anything specific to do yet. We just go into an environment where it seemed lucrative. People drive cars and you start begging.
Yeah.
Yes. And from the begging was very challenging because sometimes you get a lot of negative, them curse you, tell you all kind of derogatory things and look down on you, and the thing was really degrading.
Yes.
But at the time when you think about not having a meal or you getting home late and the meal that was cooked, it wasn't enough, and when you're one share out or small it is, it never full the other child's belly. And if you late, the food is gone, Sally. So you know have to start fending for yourself. So
you got to a place where you had to just be like, it's either my pride,
yes,
or I eat.
Or I eat, yes. And that was it. So we have to eat because survival instinct chip in, and we start the hustling hard and fast, and we move from the begging to wiping the windscreen in a small drive-through, not drive-through, like a parking place in Johnson's Drive-In. That's where we started our first.
Where's that?
It's between Maxwell Avenue and Maxwell Avenue, but at the top of Maxwell Avenue. We'll go up there and wipe the windscreen and we look at us in there and the begging and things. So we mix it, and so that's where it all started from.
So wiping windshield, begging.
Yes.
That was the occupation.
That was the occupation, yes.
Because you're hungry.
You need
and you're now in survival mode.
Yes.
All right, and you're the eldest. So you start wiping windshields and you migrate. You started migrating. In the Jamaican context, for those of you who are non-Jamaicans, right? For our listeners who are not in Jamaica, we have uptown Jamaica, we have downtown Jamaica.
Yeah.
So how we now start to migrate a little bit more uptown,
yes,
where the wiping the windshield might be a little bit more lucrative.
Yes.
Because as opposed to somebody giving you $100 downtown, you might get 500 uptown.
Yes.
So
yes.
no, we'll have to migrate.
Yes.
All right, talk to us about that migration.
So that whole thing at Johnson's Drive-In, it became a little bit toxic, and everybody started crowded. A lot of people start coming out, a lot of boys start coming out there. So I said no, and it's like your income getting lesser and lesser.
Yeah.
So because the competition gets stiff. So I said, boy, we have to look out for other avenues. I don't remember, but I somehow got an insight to go uptown, to go up Harvey Tree. When I go up Harvey Tree was too crowded, because at the same time, you want hustle, but there's a little pride, there's something in there, like a thing in your mind that you don't want everybody to see you.
Yeah.
So when we realized we walk up to Trafalgar Road and Oak Road, it was more private, but still, but you don't say everybody. So you have the barrier between the class.
Yes.
Right, and that's where now we're settling and seem like we can really make some good money between the YMCA, Devon House, Trafalgar Road, and Waterloo.
All right, Howie. So you shared with me, because we're friends, right, viewers? Howie is my friend.
Respect.
All right. Yes. So you have shared with me in the past that you're doing this thing, and there was a particular lady, in her car, who spoke life into you.
Yes.
She possibly didn't even know it at the time.
At the time, yes.
And that now propelled you to move into the next season.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I remember I think it was a weekday. There's a traffic, because all the traffic lights set up, you have 4 traffic lights. And the way how we analyze the traffic light, you have different lights for different people. So the light that's coming from the New Kingston with the working class, that's like between 4:30 and 5. That's how we start us, because these are the business people coming down.
Yeah, man.
So we line up the thing.
Yeah.
Sally, I dare see this nice lady and rush out and start deal with the glass, do a little customer service talk, and she talked to me and Sally, but guess what? She don't realize my job is to wipe as many car glasses in the amount of time that the stoplight, which is about 30 seconds to about a minute and a half. I mean, if you move it.
I have a short window.
Yeah, and she did her talking and Sally, and she say what she saying. Me just busy and try to get my thing organized. But in the meantime, now, she said something to me, and it resonated with me. She said to me that, just like she should have asked me a question, but me not answer her now, you know. Look at her, look how you look, answer, what are you doing here? You can do something better than this with your life. And Sally, by the time the light changed, I'm going to boom and jump out the traffic light. It's from the bank inside, right where the YMCA gate is, where the swimming pool is. And the thing hit me and Sally, I say, what is? I'm going to look over the YMCA now and see the guys and teaching swimming. And like the father said to me, yeah man, you can't do that. You can't teach swimming. Yeah. I never teach swimming before. I don't remember at the time if I could have swum to save my life. Because in a Maxfield Park, you know, you carry water, you know the water.
No pool argument then,
yeah. So if I get it twisted, you have to go for your water. And it's like when I said it, I believed that I could do it.
And Howie, guess what? You can't be what you can't see.
What you can't see,
You started to see
it,
something different.
Yeah, man. I'm still youth, I'm a teacher swimming, I say, yeah, man, we can't do that. But Sally, I don't know the content of this whole teaching thing.
Yeah.
And what it takes. But just see the thing, as I say, and visualize that so I can do it.
All right.
Based upon what she said to me, I was like, I believe in myself.
Yeah. So the woman spoke life into you.
Yes.
You turned to YMCA and you say, you know, I can become a swimming instructor. All right. Yes. So now we're going into our next phase now. So talk to us about
So I go around the YMCA gate now. Because them days you're not permitted to go in there. These dirty street boys who ravagely harass people and all. The YMCA is an up-class, structured place with discipline and all them kind of stuff. You can't enter this thing. So I go around the gate now, Sally. And I try to follow this dream thing. No, you can't come in. So the bar us out. I may have done it like probably 5, 6, 7 times. Sometimes them run you down, sometimes them have some big thick man run you down. Sometimes they call the police. All kind of things will just turn you back. But Sally, I tell you, as I said, Lesbian, I remember Lesbian when Lesbian said he went to look this job like about 5 times, he must keep going back. And every time go, it's like it's the first time. No matter what them said to me, Sally, or do, it's like it's the first time we just keep going back until one day they must get tired of it. Come in.
Fly the gate.
Yes, let go the gate. I will go in, Sally, and it's like the guy organized and said, "If you behave on yourself, you know." Because Sally, remember them days, you know, were rugged, you know, we don't really take no check. And so the guy, like him, said, "Alright, I'm gonna run a risk. If we stare at the sun, just watch." And I remember we watched swimming, them teaching the swimming and the whole thing going for about a good little while. Until after a while, now we start going there regular. When we go in there, you know, your behavior have a change.
Yeah.
Until one day they say, "Oh, no, want to swim?" That time, Sally, we don't have nothing. When they come out to swim, you know, you look, hey, whatever, you know, they breathe and think. And the man say, make sure someone be good. And you get a good scrub off and go in. Sally, we're happy and jump up and down on a plane. For about a month and a half, we keep getting the opportunity them once a week until it start increase. Until they start teach us the proper technique.
Right.
And then we start learning. After that, Sally, by that time, then, I remember how it just evolved. I am teaching swimming at the YMCA.
Teaching swimming at the YMCA just because you recognize that you had to come out of your environment and go, as we say in Jamaica, go look it.
Go look it,
go look it for yourself. Howie, I mean, you have such an amazing story. There are so many things that you could share. But interestingly, once you got to the YMCA, you started to want more.
Yes.
You started to want more. That propelled you now to move just from skill, the skill of teaching, swimming, into wanting to develop yourself academically.
Yes.
And up to that point, you had been a high school dropout,
Yes, basically, yes.
How did you integrate and get back into the academic arena?
All right, so firstly, I must say to you, while there at the YMCA, you see all these different kind of people with a high level, big cars driving in, Benz, BMW, and these people well refined and well spoken, books and all, going to the different high schools, Campion, JC. So I'm like, what's happening here? This thing.
What's really happening here?
What's happening? So I I decided that I'm going to really get involved, closer to these people, to find out how this thing really works.
Power of your circle.
Yes.
Curate your crowd carefully. That's what
Yes.
one of my girlfriends would say.
Yes, that's true. And I dear know, and it things struck me though, Sally, because I get jealous. Like it's like a little, I don't know if a bad mind, I don't know what we call it. But it's like I get jealous and it's like you want this thing, you want what you see. That's
Is there a thing as good bad mind?
Yeah.
Maybe
it's
this is a good bad mind.
Yeah. And so I wanted more, so I wanted to be like them. I wanted to enjoy all the sweetness of life, going to school and everything. So I met one of the guys and started talking. You know, you start getting friendly with the YMC, and the guy took out the book. I think this guy named Denver Williams was going to UTech at the time. He probably was studying to be a doctor. The way the book them was so thick. So he said to me, "You're really interested in school?" At the time, them called me chicken.
Yeah.
So I say, "Yeah, man, I'm take the book, Sally, and I look through the book, and I say, this brother wasn't crazy. The book thick and the water, sorry, I said the words them small. I said, you need that to me. There's so many words in it. It's like you need a binoculars."
Yeah.
Then them start talking to me now and kind of encourage me. And then after a while now, I met a next young lady in the summer, and she said to me that she would teach me how this academic things really go. So when the guy gave me the book, it was like he gave me a shot, but I couldn't go up to the book, it was too thick. So she take it down a little notch.
Yeah, it was too much big of a step.
Right, yeah.
So she bring it back.
And she started working with Sally and help me, Sally. Well, just take me in, Sally. I was so missing in action in school that the thing them so like look and feel like Spanish, French, Latin, Greek, Arabic, whatever, Israeli, everything I want. But I can't let you know, so like I don't want to turn her off. Because she was willing and she did help and thing. And
man.
I said, all right, I have to really try until she really worked with me. I must say, she named Francine. She helped me until I reached a point where I started getting it now. I started getting back on track. And she started motivating me. And she said, you're going to have to enroll in our school. Like, what's she talking about? So YMCA at the time now had a teaching, basic teaching and learning to read and write upstairs.
Right.
And you would enroll now in that program, teach a basic reading and writing and skills, and you still get a chance now to still do your swimming.
Right.
And from there now, we start learning mechanic and we start learning the skills of reading and writing and literacy and numeracy, and we start getting real into it now. So it starts
so school start look like a thing now.
Yes, like you say, yeah man, I start get the feel like it. But it was really struggling though, because I had missed quite a bit in going to school then. And I think at the time now, a number of us kind of improved where the point they said that we need to go out now on your own. And I registered in a school called Eastern Academy that was across the road to step up the maths and English now and thing. And after a year or so, the teacher said, yeah man, you can try the CXC. So I did maths, English, and I think I did biology at the time.
Right.
And Sally, I go and I do the thing and I go and do the CXC and the result come back. When I asked how this thing, how the grade thing really go, I said, boy, you don't really make it, you know. So you mean? I said, you feel? So I said to him, then if you feel, I said, yeah man, you can try again. And Sally, I go back again, Sally. I think I went back to Eastern Academy a second time, but I said to myself, look at Eastern not working. Them can't teach. Sally and me just now learn. But something yes. Something alright. So I changed.
Yeah, you changed gears now.
Right, yeah, and I go, I think I went down to Michael to do at the time, the CXC thing, and I tried the Michael. And I did the exam, I think, the second time now. Sally, nothing. Sally, me now go.
You're done?
Yeah, we're done. I think.
Head tough.
Head nah, come in, Sally. So I try. So like one of the teachers said, all right, we're gonna try more subject. So I said to myself, what do you mean more subject?
And we can't pass.
Yeah. So I don't know if there must be some madness to it. So I put on some more subject to it. And yes, no, Sally, I walk on with books now. And Sally, I tried it. I think this is the fourth time. So I did the CXC and then I felt good about myself this time. So I said I'm going to apply now to extramural. to say.
So what's extramural now?
Extramural is like, it's an extension of UA where persons can go in now and do certificate. Because I see, you know, so I pass the CXC.
You're right. So for the viewers who don't know, right, UA, if you're non-Jamaican or non-Caribbean national, yes. It's the University of the West Indies, which is one of our major universities here in Jamaica. So yes. you go to an extension of UA, extramural.
Right, so I sign up. But one of the things that our stepfather teaches us is that anytime you're doing anything, anytime you're going anywhere, get up early and go. Yeah. Try to go first.
Yeah. Early bird, catch them all.
Was warm.
Yeah.
Yes. So the CXC result pending to come out like August. I go in early and sign up.
Yeah.
So them say you have to write. You have to write a qualification, and it's the CXC. So I write the CXC them. And I put pending on it, Sally. Because I don't know the scores coming out. I don't.
But you're pending.
But I'm pending. When this result, I think it came in late, and the school.
But did you get in? So you're at extramural?
No, yes, I get in because
and you got in.
Yeah, the school started like about late August, early September, and I think that's the time when the CXC came out. I already started, Sally. Money pay up and thing, and classes start at 10. When me get the paper, Sally, not as not a red center, I would say in the Jamaican term.
Nothing. Fail again. But you're in extramural. And you paid your fees.
Yes.
And you're going to classes. And nobody has asked you anything further. So we just attending class.
Yo, my secret is, you know. I get Sally, me say, you know what, night and day, Sally, me say, me just don't want them ask me. And God said, chicks them now ask me, I can block them.
God work it out.
Yes.
So you're going through from pending.
Yes.
Guys, you see when you're waiting on perfection, I tell you, use the status pending. Because we'll go forward. Yes. We're not go backward.
We'll move forward.
Talk to us now, Howie.
Yes, so I go in and I sign up for, because I love education. Because the teaching at YMCA, so I did early childhood. And when you're at the YMCA, because I just started, they let me work with the kids. So I like working with the kids. So early childhood, and I did child psychology. And I work, Sally, work. Sally, sometimes I don't even know how, I'm not lie to you, Sally. I working, but I don't know what I go on. So I work. Because guess what? I don't want them ask me about the CXC. And I work my way until I eventually passed them.
You passed?
The course, the early childhood and the child psychology. So it seemed like I'm really...
So life starts to take on a new shape. We're moving now, man.
Yes,
we're moving.
Yeah.
So how with them time you have a car?
No, man, them time I walk. If I walk, when you come off a crossroad, if you walk from crossroad down a South Camp Road and walk up at night time, and so if you're moving and then Sally, you have a look hustling, you know, you have to do the hustling because you can't let the hustling let off.
No. All right.
Until 1 year now, after I finish that now, I said, but this thing feel good.
Yeah.
So I sign up back now for more courses. And I say, no, I better sign up for the courses, right? Since you're in this institution, sign up for more. And I put the one that I was qualified for. So them ask your qualification. Because I mean, have the CXC, we just put the early childhood and the child psychology.
Because you passed that.
I passed that. And I was accepting Sally again. I just move 2 more again. I think, and I go through. And after that now, I finish up over there.
And what you had? What you left with?
I end up with 4, but there are certificates in early childhood, child psychology, and I think I did counseling and personality psychology.
Okay.
Because they say I must do this because you're looking at children and how they behave and all that kind of stuff.
So you're setting the foundation.
Right.
All right, no.
So I am there now and finish up. And I said, what next?
What next?
So somebody said, man, I can do counseling at the VTDI, which is like a diploma.
Yes.
So I go up and I sign up, Sally. And they didn't ask for any CXC at the time, they just asked for it to complete the documents. There's a certificate, a diploma, and I use a certificate as my prerequisites.
Right.
So I go through and finish up. Nicely now, and feeling good about myself, man, and education thing, a role for me.
Yeah, man.
Everybody listen now, yeah, man, I go this and I study and so I go on and Sally.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, which is good, is that anyone that do them on the streets, see me, them respect me now because like me I represent them.
Yeah, and they must say, you can't go back.
Sally,
your brother. So your brother, and you're the eldest, you're the eldest
yeah,
sibling,
so, like,
so everybody look up to how we now say, do the thing.
Yeah, come here, represent them.
Yeah.
So when I go up to VT there and I finish the diploma and I start the degree.
So you have your diploma now,
no, yeah, man.
Touch my man, you think,
yes.
Shut off.
So I go in higher things now. When the lecturer say, why don't you sign up for the Bachelor of Science degree?
Yeah, man.
Man say, nice and solid. Like, hello? What this thing?
You don't even know. Man say, it sounds nice.
Yes, so I'm going to sign up. in the middle of signing up, about 2 classes a year, them say you have to sign up for college maths and college English. I say, oh, what do you mean? They get to run on and say, I got show me out in the cars. So somebody said to me, it's a conversion. If you don't have CXC, you do the college maths and it. So it started. The reason I wonder if 2 men have the CXC, they will keep them. They say, no. So you have to do your regular college courses and the college maths and English to pre-qualify, because it's like you're doing over the CXC them now.
Sure.
I said, yes, Sally, me and them out there. Sally, me and them a battle. Sally, I do the maths, I do the English. Sally, I saw me I do them. As I fail them, I do them, Sally.
Your head kind of did tough though.
Oh God, Sally, yeah man. I just said, listen, I am feeling my way to success now.
Touch me again.
And Sally, and me and them, you know a gentleman will come in. Once you fail, he was like the guy who do repeaters.
Yeah.
Once he enter the campus, he know Harvey is going to be one candidate.
Him know from him come on.
Yeah, and him don't feel no way, Sally. He must encourage me and him then and him work with me, and till after a while now I start work my way into the system where I'm not failing no more until I pass and I get my Bachelor of Science. So I was one of the first person in my family to get a Bachelor of Science degree.
Yeah, one of,
yes.
Or the first?
The first.
The first?
The first, come in remember, yes. And then me I represent the youth on the street.
Yeah, the other windshield wipers, no.
Yes. The youth, I mean, the ghetto Sally. Because you know, say, no, me a big time now, because I represent the ghetto youth. And yes, and I'm out there, and I decided that I'm going to continue. So I met a youth named Louis Morriston at the VT there, and he said to me, Harvey, you cannot stop here now, man. You have to continue. And then sent me down to Michael. So I was going to check out the masters down at Michael.
Big time.
What do you mean,
so by this time you're working, you buy a car, what's happening in your personal life?
Yes. So now I study now, because things step up enough. I work, and I have a little jalopy, and I drive around the car. It was a Suzuki Swift. One of the old Suzuki Swift, and you know, you have to make your way. I have to travel up to VTBI and study, and yes, and I think I got married at the time in the latter part, because now that I have a little thing in my life, you know, the woman them start look at me. Sometimes. Yeah, I have a little work now. Yeah. And so family life and thing, and
all right now.
Michael now.
A masters.
Yes. So I went on to Michael, sign up, and I let the lady know that I'm here to do my masters. Lady asked me all these kind of questions. I said, Miss, let me tell you something. I come here to do this thing, and I really want to get to teach. I want to teach. She said, I have the transcript. I said, Miss, the transcript will come, and I must have this GPA. Like she said, 3 point something GPA. So when she said these things, I said, I just get this education thing, and I understand the dynamics, and she called the code numbers them. So I said, I'm here from the VT, and I have my Bachelor of Science degree, and I need to get in, and that's the qualification. She said, no, it's not just like that. You have to have a GPA. So I'm like, what is a GPA? Grade point average. So when we check it out and go up a VT, them said, if you fail a course, your GPA go down. And every course you fail, your GPA. Sally, by the time you calculate the amount of courses I fail, how much time I fail, then the GPA they can't go to my.
What was the GPA? Oh, you don't even know. It's 1.2?
Something like that. So I go up and I apply for the transcript. The lady said to me, Mr. Harvey, this transcript is going to take a little while. And I said, good. I just apply. So I went down to Michael, showed him the receipt that I applied for the transcript. I start classes.
Moving on.
Yes, we're not going back.
No.
Sally, this closing to the second year. Closing at the first year, going to the second year, I get the transcript. Sally, when I look at the transcript, I said, if Michael see this now, I just stash it well nicely.
To the side.
To the side.
Because we're moving.
We're moving. Me and them, Sally, I work. Now, here the dilemma now. At VTD, I know, to pass is like 50, 60. I think 50 is a pass mark. Michael is 70. But it seemed like the VTD really did a very good job in developing my competency to a certain level where Mr. Marston, he saw that. And I guess because he had worked with me and same work. And when I go down Sally, man, I saw me knock the 70s them. I saw me pass and I go through. Sally, the thing felt so sweet. But I had a bad experience though. That was really shocking. I had saved up some money to go to Michael, but the money ran out. And so Michael wrote me a letter, Sally. When I read the letter was so well done. Sally, when I read the letter, I kicked them out of Michael. The fees need to pay. So I go up to the lady and I said, Miss, I cannot leave Michael now. I cannot go back. I cannot stop school. You need to work out something for me. She said, Mr. Harvey, I don't know, but you have to pay the fees. So I stand up there, Sally, I'm not leaving now because I can't go now with Sally. I can't go back and tell the man them to jump out of college.
It can't work.
If I go back, everything, how they get to run, you know. If you fail, they get to, you know. The body in your family, can you let down the whole community?
Problem.
Yes. So I said to the lady, Miss, tell me, you have to tell me something. She said, all right, you have to write a promissory note.
That time, you know what that?
That time, I never know it fully. She said, explain to me. I said, all right, promissory note. I said, Miss, I can't give you no date. She said, you have to write a date on it and a time. So it's like you make a commitment that you'll pay the fee by a certain time. Sally, I don't know where this money coming from. I don't know where to get it. I just write the note, I write the promissory note and give it to the finance. Take over. Sally, to be honest with you, I don't remember what the fees paid. But I know, say, I finished my and graduate. It was about 45 to 60 of us in that cohort. It was a big cohort. Only 15 graduate.
Jeez.
2 males and I was one of them, Sally. Thank the Lord. That was to God be the glory.
Man.
The things he has done.
Yeah, man.
I said, Sally, that was really, really a rewarding experience. When I walk on the green grass of Michael at the Buxton building and look up and they call my name and I walk up and collect my master's
You
degree.
never know how
Yes.
when you were in Frog City.
Barefoot, I run up and down.
Barefoot.
Yes.
And a vie for the one shoes.
The one shoes.
If you miss it, either you go barefoot
or you
don't go at all.
Yes.
And now you're graduating from the Michael University with your
Masters.
masters. My God, man.
Yes. One of the top university in Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
That do teaching and learning.
Yeah, man.
When I go to them and the lady said, don't say Michael, you must say the Michael.
Of course, and I need to let the viewers know that I'm a graduate of the Michael as well.
Yes.
You know? So Howie, my God, what an awesome story.
Yes.
Of resilience.
Resilience, yes.
Failing forward.
Yes.
Setting up yourself. What you did with your momentum, you set yourself up for success. You set the stage.
Yes, I set the stage.
You set the stage.
Yes, that's true.
For success in your life.
Yes.
By deciding that you weren't going back. All right, so we'll have the masters now, because I feel like I'm part of the story, and I know the viewers feel like they're part of the story too.
Yes, yes.
So you have the masters now. What's next?
Well, when I finished the masters though, because I'm a basketball person, and Michael Jordan is my role model. And I remember.
And you're known for basketball.
Oh yeah, man! I was one of the top basketball players in Jamaica, top scorer, leading scorer in Jamaica. And so I said to myself, so I go back to one of Michael Jordan tape, and he says, you should never stop working hard. The day you stop working hard, the day you walk away from the game. And you don't walk away from the game until you're at the top. So I'm converting that from basketball now to academics. And I'm saying, masters, we're not at the top yet.
Something else.
Something else is there.
Yes.
So Michael Jordan now pushed me. You know, he wrote a book, Driven From Within. And some of his things are in there. And I look at it and say, you know, I'm going to use this guide me into moving to my next level. And so while I was in New York, New Jersey, I met a young lady by the name of Liz Mackenzie. And I went to see my friend Tony DePaz. He's a professor at one of the universities, Long Island University in New York. And they were just talking there with me, and it's like they say, Chicken, you know, you need to move into this next degree. And by the time we're there talking, I'm in their car and I'm on the campus of Temple University, walking, and Liz Mackenzie, because she's a professor there in science, and she touring me and giving me and letting me know.
And Liz never know what she did that day.
She never know. And
can't
like,
be what you can't see. She should have never take you and make you see that place.
Liz Mackenzie and Tony, and just driving them. It's like they're planning something and without planning it. It's like it just come by impulse. And then after I come back now, I'm like, how do I get into this thing? How do I? And they give me the guidance. But when I came back now, you have to do a thing called a GD, some GD exam to get into the
GED.
System, to get into the system there as a foreign person. When I check out, there's a guy here that was doing it. The amount of money the man charge for the exam and Sally. I said, what is? Anyway, the father don't have it plan already, so I may never know. But just ease myself till when you get a call that Temple University is here in Jamaica. I'm gonna say, what? Where? Mandeville at Church Teachers College.
What?
Doing there, Dr. Sally, I'm down there.
What? You drive your car? You don't even.
I do every each, Sally. I get a mail, like I tell somebody to send me the mail, and they send me like a friend, and they send me the mail. I wasn't invited, I'm not a part of the cohort of education.
Not have anything to do with you.
I said, me not busy, Sally, me down there. I said, yeah, what? I need to sign up. I said, Mr. Harvey, you're late. I said, listen, I have to sign up. Sally, everybody sign up and gone in. Me late. They said me late, but me not staying outside. I am in.
Yeah.
And so Sally will sign up for a temple. And from there, 4 to 6 years, that's academic studying, going to classes, night and day, driving to Mandeville, studying, going online, going abroad, Sally, going on campus. One of the experiences I had when I got on campus, Sally, and I was on Dam, and I look, they have like, I was like on the 10th floor, and I look down and I look at a glass place and look it down to the street of Pennsylvania Street. I'm like, chicken there at Temple University. Sally, the thing felt so different.
Jeez, and you're looking through a glass, but you used to clean people glass.
Oh God,
oh,
Sally,
it touched me no, man.
Yeah, man,
what that did to you, man?
You know, Sally, it's like I can't believe I'm for pinch myself. And I had a roommate named Alex Bourne, and him there with me, but he wouldn't even like no, I'm sat by the glass and wouldn't like no. Said me I reminisce from where I come from, Sally, and see where I'm at now. And Sally, the work start, and I saw your work, and up and down, and night and day. I have to go to classes in the days, and you have to write in the nights. You have to go back and I saw. And then now, I felt so elated. I said, no man, I cannot afford to discontinue this because it felt so good. And people are going to be so proud of me. And it's like, there's a writer that says, see the end at the beginning, and I'm seeing myself at the end. I'm seeing myself graduating with a doctorate. I'm here ringing Dr. Harvey.
Yeah, man.
And it just
so nice, you know,
yes.
man. It's a little.
Oh God, Sally, man. There's a thing in psychology called positive self-talk.
Yes.
I just keep telling myself,
yes.
until now, I reached the point where I went through a real struggling time when I was doing my dissertation. And the research was really rough, Sally, going to and fro. Sometimes, Sally, I don't know where to study. If I got Burger King, I can tell you different stores where the internet, because I never have the internet. Burger King, Island Grill, all these different places. Juicy Beef, if I go there at strategic time to use the internet to write and send my work. And I saw me if I move, Sally, sometimes late at nights, there's a Burger King on Constant Spring. I usually, that close like about 11:30, 12. And I'm buying my hot chocolate and fries. Because you can't go in the stores and they say buy something.
Yeah, man.
And I saw me I work at the store, Sally,
yeah.
night and day until I finish. And them say, yes, Harvey, you finished. And graduation. That was one of the most thrilling time in my life. Walking in the auditorium, going through the tunnel, in the basketball arena at Temple University, looking up and seeing thousands of people there, Sally. Because you know, at Temple they have like hundreds of thousands of children, young people, adults, graduating with their degree and their masters and their PhD. It was like it's like a optical illusion, but I was in it. It was real. I just couldn't believe it, but I was really a part of it, and it was so fascinating. It took my breath away, and that was one of the moment in my life that I would never give away for anything. It was so fantastic, and I'm encouraging young men, young women, see yourself, see your dream, and work towards it, no matter what the challenges. You can't say you can't do something if you have never tried, and because I know that I've never tried going for a PhD, I tried it and I succeeded, and I failed on more than one occasion. But yes, I kept pushing.
An amazing story.
Yes, sir.
An amazing story. So Howard, if you could share with our viewers 2 things that they need to do to set themselves up for success, taking some lessons from your journey and your story, what would those 2 things be?
Well, the first thing I would say, I think this is the epiphany of it. When the young lady spoke to me, spoke life into me. As a youth on the street, Sally, listen, not talking, listen to nobody, because you're there for hustle, for survive. But I listened, and I communicated within myself. After she gone, I was internalizing the information, and I was trying to work it out. So one of the things I would say, people around you will be telling you things and guiding you. Just be a reservoir, a sponge of absorbing the information about where to go and what to do. And from that, communication is key, because after that I communicated this to somebody else outside, and persons contributed to my life, as I told you earlier, and they assisted me. And with that, I developed the second thing is I had no fear, Sally. I had no fear of trying it because I had failed, and it's like I don't know what failing again means in a negative way, because I failed, so I know what it feels like, so it never affects me so I never have no bad feeling about failing. And so I kept pushing, and as I was so determined, no matter how many times I fall short, it never affected me in a negative way. Because when you're on the streets, Sally, and I'm gonna tell you about your parts and I tell you derogatory things, your shame tree kind of dead, you know. So when you fail a course by a 5 marks or a 10 marks, come on.
Whatever.
Yeah. So I'm well prepared.
Yes.
So in that instance, it actually pushed me, and I think one of the driving force for me was every time I failed, Sally, there was one writer that says, knock me down, but when you knock me down, knock me on my back so I can look up. And once I can look up, I can get up. And every time I got up, I keep pushing and I keep pushing. And these are some of the things I want to share. Once you have your dream, you just keep pushing. And the determination is going to give you that energy to go on.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So Howie, I know you, we're friends.
Yes.
I've said it several times,
yeah.
and people who know me personally know. We met at the Leap Center. You're still employed.
Yes.
With Heart Trust. I am a former employee there. We met at Leap. And that is a place that has contributed a lot to your development as an educator. Do you want to talk a little bit about your journey with Heart Trust and how it has helped to shape who you are, and speak to the young people about the value in gainful employment? Yes.
I must first of all give God thanks for the Heart Trust NTA Leap Center.
Yes.
And how they accept me. The way I got into the Leap, I never had no qualification.
Yes.
They took me in because they were working with street boys at the time.
Yes.
And somebody said that, how can you get these street boys to change? Find a street boy.
Yeah.
Come on.
And there came Howie.
And so they accepted me as an employee, and I just worked my way in. And the good thing about Heart is like they extend their arms and their heart to people for growth and development, academically and skill-wise and emotionally. And so while I was there working with the street boys as a sports coordinator, just to facilitate, the recreation was therapy, just to help them to expel energy so they can learn and become a human being. I got the opportunity at the Heart Trust NTA to do different courses, short courses, personal development programs. I get to act in different positions. I see the people in and around Heart in different positions, and I have always wanted to be at the top. And the Heart Trust NTA give you that positive push, where to one point I went up to the executive director's office because I wanted to be the executive director. I wanted to be the executive director of Heart. And the guy that was there at the time was Dr. Wayne Wesley.
Yes.
And I went up there, Sally, and he didn't know that I wanted to. Let's go and said, see yourself where you want to be, and go there and act it. Play the role like you're actually in it, the position, until you become it.
Right.
And I went up there and I saw Dr. Wesley. At this time, I never had my doctorate yet, and I talked to him and I talked to him about research, and I'm interacting with him. But he didn't know that I'm using that opportunity to build myself
and visualize
him. Yes. To this day, I still wanted to be the executive director at the Heart Trust NTA. If I don't get to be there, I'm still in Heart, and I'm doing a fantastic job in becoming the kind of individual to motivate and guide young people in a positive way. The Heart Trust also instilled in me that I must give back. They have a fundamental thing where you give back to the community. They call it social corporate responsibility.
Yes.
And I want every young person to know that giving back is actually a part of setting the stage for you to get the opportunity to build your career, to build your professional in the area that you so desire.
Absolutely.
And Heart I think, is one of the most rounded organizations in employment. They employ you, they teach you the values of employment, they teach soft skills,
employability
skills.
Well, let me tell you something, Howie. God bless Heart Trust NTA.
God bless Heart Trust.
Because for the viewers, I was kicked out of high school. And it was when I was kicked out of high school that my mother enrolled me in the Heart Trust trainee program.
Like the SLTAP program?
Yeah, SLTAPs. And I was a Heart Trust trainee. You know, I worked with a financial institution in Jamaica for a
Okay.
year, and then it was from there that I moved into getting into Michael.
Okay.
So God bless
Bless
Heart
Heart
Trust,
Trust, yes.
you know, and it's a great place for young people to start their skills
Yes.
training,
Yes.
skill-based training career,
Yes.
because everybody is not meant to be academic, you know,
Right, yes.
and we value that, and we value giving back.
Yes.
So it's very important. Howie, I have a few more questions for you. Talk to me. You're a family man. You were married. You are married. Where are you on the married continuum? Talk to us a little bit about that. I know you have children.
Yes.
How many children you have? And talk to us a little bit about your role as
Yeah, I was
dad.
married. I married for a number of years, and it was a fabulous relationship at the time, until we evolved and go our separate way. And I have 3 lovely children. I am so proud of them. I don't know if I never had them in my life, I probably wouldn't have been where I'm at now. I think they are part of the contributing factor. And my wife at the time, in terms of keeping me aligned and keeping me focused as a part of a family to set the stage for my growth and development. So I'm not married right now, but it doesn't mean that I never had a very good family relationship. And in the marriage, my children are doing well. I have 2 sons and a daughter, and my 2 big children, my son and my daughter, they are working, and my last son is at Campion and is in 2nd form. I am into family, and I believe that a man should be really infused in his family, be a part of his children's life, pray with the children. And this is one of the things that I push in for males to pray with. I watch a movie called Prayer Room or War Room.
Yes.
And when I saw that movie and I saw the young man praying for his little daughter, and she looked up, it's like heavens come to her. And I'm praying things in my children's life, and I want the males, fathers to pray into their children's life, pray into their niece and nephew life. More males should pray into our Jamaican children's life, because the prayer from a man, from male, I think it's powerful. Women are praying a lot, but we need more males to pray.
We need more men.
Yes.
I concur. We need more
Yes.
men. So, Howie, on that note, what is your plan for men? You know, what is your vision? What is your legacy? I know that you're a leader.
Yes.
That is something that's innate, right? God
Yes.
gave you that gift of leadership, and I know that you are so concerned about the state of affairs with our boys in
Yes.
our nation, with our young men. And you were once there. You
Yes.
were once considered an out of control youth.
Yes.
And so as your legacy, as you look to go to the next season, the next stage of your career, and someone who can help to build this nation, what's next for Howard as it relates to our men?
All right, so personally, I am putting it out there now. I do psychosocial counseling, and I'm willing to work with any individual young man or youth or the family or just any organization as it relates to counseling and guidance. I want to be really used to infuse in the family and develop the family. And in that light, I know sometimes the young men tend to have that challenge, and as such it causes disarray in the family. So I am putting that out there. I am also involved in the church to some degree. I've written 3 articles at Tarrant Baptist Church in the paper called Freedom Come Rain.
Yes.
And it is very important to me that people buy the rain and move into that kind of realm, because the Lord is it.
Yes.
There's no way other way. I personally want to start writing books, but I want to actually become more involved in communities.
Community development,
yes.
Through the church.
Through the church, yes,
and using the Bible-based truths.
Right, because that's my, yes.
Yes.
And to reach young men and to really kind of guide them in a positive way, to start looking into their God-given talents, so they can expel these positivity in our community, so our country can develop and grow. I also teach at different universities, but I'm doing a project right now where I'm working with college students. Any college student who are having challenge with research, whether you're doing your bachelor's or your master's or your PhD, I am doing some consultation to help with research, and because research is really a challenging area. So I want to use that also as part of what I want to give back and help
to develop
the system. especially in education.
Absolutely. So in closing, Howie, coming from the kind of background that you've come from, Frog City, some of the things that you've seen in your life, some of the things that you've experienced, your journey, your story, which is quite very unique. It must have been hard to keep the faith sometimes along the journey.
Yes.
It must have been hard to really keep pushing. Talk to me a little bit about your faith in God, what you believe, and what has kept pushing you to this point, and what will you use to continue pushing you as you go forward in your next season?
Yes. Well, while I was at the YMCA, I met a gentleman by the name of Gordon Russell and a guy named Cass and Rowena. And those individuals, I think, created a very good foundation for appreciating and valuing the Bible base and your true purpose on earth, which is to serve and to serve the Lord and empower people so they can move to the higher level and worship. And the church also helped to develop a whole heap of Christian values. Even my confidence was built in the church. I grew up in the Redeemed Church of God in Arnett Garden, and I branched out in different churches. I've done quite a bit of work in the Seventh-day Church and other churches to work with women especially. And so I have a real strong belief in the Christian faith, and that we as Jamaicans should really actually step up our status in our faith as it relates to worship and serving the Lord. And I am working on mine every day. These days I am praying more, I am more conscientious, I am more Bible conscious. Everything that I am doing now, I am infusing the word. The word is a fabric of how I'm operating now. Recently I was told that I am prim and proper as it relates to being Christian based, but I'm trying to make sure that I pull myself in the path of righteousness, and it's a constant working, and I'm hoping that someday I'll be at the point where, yes, the Lord said, yes, Howie, well
done.
Well done, yes.
So good and faithful servant, absolutely. Living your mission, living your purpose. You didn't know this could be you, but it is. And so for our viewers who are born into some type of circumstances and you're thinking, my goodness, how can I get out of this? I want you to use Howard's story. I want you to look at the man, Dr. Howard Anthony Harvey, a man who used to wipe windscreens, right? Windshields here in Kingston, Jamaica, who was able to look through a glass, right? He used to wipe the glass, and then you were able to look through the glass, standing tall, 10 feet high, at Temple University, on the verge of collecting your doctoral degree. Howie, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure interacting with you.
Yes,
really
awesome conversation.
Yes.
To God be the glory.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Set the stage. Set the stage. Set the stage. Set the stage. Set the Stage with SallyAnn Gray.